Alright, time to go beat up some wooden dummies as opposed to getting beaten up by wood like you guys saw yesterday with that martial arts display. And the sun's actually out. It would have been nicer for this yesterday, but I guess that's just the way it is. I actually learned a lot yesterday. It was kind of interesting just learning the different cultures and all that. And it kind of made me think too, because one of the things that was brought up was how that festival was actually like started and everything like that. Makes me wonder too, because I saw yesterday, for example, like that lady was so amazed with the cameras. Like to me, it's like, okay, it's just a camera. Whereas I'm amazed with the tea process and all that. So it just goes to show you many times, like people need to be educated about different things. If we don't know about it, how do we know like how to appreciate it, or whether or not something needs more attention, if that makes sense. Because again, it reminds me of the festival, like how it was started. It basically started, to my knowledge, with some people that were passionate about the culture and so forth. Started something and it just kind of, went from there. Kind of made me think, is there anything like that for drones actually? I tried doing some research and I found this thing called International Drone Day, which is supposed to take place on May 6th. And essentially it's supposed to, I guess, gather a bunch of drone flyers on the same day. Although one confusing thing was, I think it says the very first one was on March 14th, 2015. So it makes me wonder why the days aren't consistent, or why they chose like these specific days. I believe if I'm reading this correctly too, it says they attracted about 80,000 people worldwide. So that's not too bad actually, if this thing only has been around for like, what is it? Like 1 or 2 years or so. So I think this will be the 3rd year. Kind of got me interested, like, oh, is there actually places like in Canada? Because they had like this map, for example, that shows, I guess, all the places where people are actually flying the drones, I guess, as a, as an organized club or whatever. And you can see here from the map, you see like dots and stuff all over the world. You see in Canada, it's all empty. Oh my goodness. Oh, all right, martial arts done for the day. That was actually pretty intense. Lots of endurance workout and stuff like that. There's that people randomly leave bags in the street. Makes me wonder if I should open it and see what's in there. Dead body. I still don't get what that thing is. It looks like a vending machine now with makeup or whatever. Actually, there's more cherry blossoms here, I think, than yesterday. So might as well show this for all you guys that wanted to see more cherry blossoms. Man, look at all the people just taking like videos and photos and so forth. Just makes me think like yesterday how much better it would have been if I was actually allowed to fly the drone in that area too. Hopefully it's for something people to think about, like people that don't fly drones but could realize the benefit and stuff of it too. So in my opinion anyways, I think it needs to get out there more in terms of how regular people use them and all that. That actually makes me think of the conversation I was having like in the comments about what people can do and so forth, and reaching out to the regular people. Like in my opinion, I think it's actually pretty easy ultimately. It's just about having the connections, I guess, with the right people. I mean, I can see there, if I volunteered my time to fly the drone to take like even distant shots of like, the gardens and so forth, I think it actually would have helped like that organization. It promotes the cause, their culture and so forth. So I find it funny when people say like, drones don't really do anything to help promote, say the country, tourism, and etc. It's all about people being able to relate ultimately, I'd say. I mean, can you imagine like for that festival, for example, if for some reason before it was like, okay, I was gonna go down there and take a drone video of the event and so forth just to help everyone promote the culture and so forth, and all of a sudden the law came in place and I had to like tell them like, well, unfortunately I can't anymore because, the government says it's illegal for me to do this. Like there, you'd probably have a ton more average like non-drone flyers and so forth help supporting the cause. So hopefully as a drone hobbyist and stuff, people will eventually like band together and so forth to do some kind of events and stuff like this, which goes back to the point about this drone day. I'm even thinking like in Canada, how would that even be possible right now with the laws and all that stuff? It almost makes me think of like since that marijuana was made legal, like well next year it's still legal now. Like what the heck do those guys do? Like technically, isn't that technically illegal? All those like gatherings they have usually, like is it sometime in April usually? Is it April 20th? I don't know. Like I said, I'm not sure about like that culture specifically, but then it makes me wonder if that's the type of things Canadians would do. Because I actually read online there were actually some people or whatever saying they're gonna fly it anyways within the group as a form of protest. But it kind of makes me wonder, how does that work? like for those marijuana people that have all those events I even see like in the big cities and so forth, why doesn't the police just arrest everybody, like, since it's like, you know, technically illegal for them to be like smoking since the law is not out yet? Is that just like an example? Did they like somehow, for example, form some kind of official group event, if that makes sense, where the police and so forth were like, okay, yeah, you guys can do this for one day? I don't know, it makes me wonder. I was actually trying to watch that documentary, I believe, for what that drone organization had. It was something called Drone Invasion, and I think from the description, it's basically trying to show people the positive sides of drones. It was on Amazon Prime, which I actually have a membership for, but I can't watch it because apparently it's region blocked. Ugh. Anyone else actually see this? Is it good? I do think film's a super powerful medium though to get the messages across. Hopefully someone in the future with the resources and means and so forth will actually think of something to create like that. I don't know. Makes me wonder, is anyone in Canada going to do anything on the drone day? Kind of interesting. Alright, see you guys later.